Hey guys, Super Productions here, and in this video I'm going to be doing a custom minifigure showcase on the 3 minifigures I have made from CW's The Flash Season 5. Now, Flash, Vibe, and Killer Frost are just stand-ins because I wanted to have them in the shot since they're part of Season 5. Even though Killer Frost isn't in her Season 5 outfit, she's wearing her outfit from Season 3 in this shot, since I haven't made a new Killer Frost yet, but so I finally finished updating Nora, and I finally made Cicada, and I decided to add Ralph Dibny to go along with them, since I had planned to make him anyway. So it was just a quick figure that I made to add to the video, but so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the showcase video. Alright, so starting off here is Nora, and most of this figure has been done for the past few months. I recently decided to update the head because the last head that I used, it was the head from the Pink Power Batgirl, the Lego Batman movie collectible minifigure series, and I felt that head, like the skin was already too dark, and I felt that the look of the face looked too much like Iris than Nora, so I gave her this Princess Leia head, painted the lips in my own dark pink color, painted the mask, and I feel it looks a little better, looks more like Nora than the last head did. And then the hairpiece she's using is the Black Widow hairpiece, just painted in dark brown. And then for the outfit, the chest is sculpted slightly, and then the rest of her outfit is actually made out of electrical tape that I cut to the shape that you see here, and wrapped it around the torso, and then I painted all the detail on it. The whole figure is painted in my own dark metallic purple color. Since her outfit, it has a little bit of a shine to it, or a sheen. It's a bit of a metallic, it's a bit of a shiny, really dark purple. So that's what I tried to capture here. And then her gauntlets are made just by wrapping electrical tape around each wrist, and then I painted the detail onto those. And there is some detail on the insides of both of them. You can see there. And then the legs I decided to go with were the newer short minifigure legs from the Harry Potter series. Since Nora is short, I felt that it would work. I'm comparing her with the Flash for the height accuracy. And then I did paint the boots, the yellow to go around inside, all the detail. Since I have had this figure for a while, some of the paint is scratched and the lines aren't the best they could be, but I could always fix that up later. The paint was rubbing on the inside of the legs, so I did have to carve out the inside, and it made the legs loose. She does have, I forgot to mention, a black stripe going on the side of her legs, on the side of her outfit, and that is on both sides. But yeah, so that's really about it for Nora. Next up is Ralph Dibny. I made this figure in probably a little under 2 hours. It was very simple to do, and you might notice here there is nothing on the back really. I could not find any back reference, and I don't like to just make up my own back reference, so I usually wait until I do find back reference. So that's why there's nothing on here, because I'll paint his back reference later. I'll paint the back detail later when we get reference. But for right now, I just did what I was able to find, which was the arms and the sides of the torso and the legs. And so the hair is just this standard combed over hairpiece. I don't know what you call it. And then the head was actually from Harry Potter. It was also the Harry Potter collectible minifigure series, and I had just an extra Harry Potter head laying around, so I decided to just paint it up for the mask, since my mouth sort of matches him, Ralph, the elongated man. And then I tried to erase the scar up there. There's still a bit of residue from it, but it's fine, it's not too bad. And then his whole outfit was painted in my own dark reddish purple. That is another color I had to mix, like Nora's outfit. And the belt is made out of electrical tape, and the paint does go around the inside of the legs for the boots. And then he does have this stripe thing that I added on the side of the torso, and that is sealed so the paint won't rub. And I painted the red on this side, which is also sealed, so the paint won't rub. And then the gloves were just plain black hands that I painted the flesh fingers onto. And he does have a little bit of detail. Oops. He does have a little bit of detail on the top of the torso. But that's about it for Ralph. It's just a really quick, simple figure. And now we can finally move on to Cicada. Here we have the last figure of the showcase. It is Cicada. Now, Cicada is actually a villain I really enjoyed since DeVoe. DeVoe, for me, was one of those villains that was like in Arrow Season 4 with Damien Dark. A villain with a lot of power, but it was just okay. It wasn't really anything special. But Cicada I have really enjoyed, and so I decided to make him, and as you can see, I did sculpt his dagger, and then I painted the detail onto it to make it look like it has that glowing effect it has in the show. I'll get this out of the way so I can show it to you guys a little bit better. The lightning bolts piece was sculpted, I painted all the detail onto it, and I glued it onto a little handle so he'd be able to hold it. Now, this figure was another one that was really simple. I used a Cape Madness hood, and then I made my own jacket. And then the arms were just these tan arms, and I painted the top for the sleeves. And I tried to paint like the wraps he has wrapped around his arms. I did that on both sides. The inside, there's not really much to see. It's just painted in gray, because he has like a gray sweater under there, so I painted the zipper line and then the pockets. He just has these regular dark red pants with black shoes, and the paint does wrap around all four sides of the legs with the shoes, if I can move the leg. A little tight for some reason, but so the paint is on all four sides. And the head, I don't know what head that this was, but pull the hood down so you can see the mask better. I don't know what the head was, but I just used it for the eyes. It was one of those older Bruce Wayne heads, I think. And then I sculpted the mask onto his face, and then pull the hood over. I didn't really need a specific head, I just needed eyes, really, so I could sculpt the mask. But, so that's it for Cicada. And now, if I can get his dagger back into his hand, now we can go ahead and wrap up this video. Alright guys, so that about wraps up this video. Really hope you guys liked it, and I do have a few other figures that I am working on from CW. And right now it's not much, it's just Dreamer, which still not finished. I still have her, don't know when I'm going to finish her. I did end up taking her hair for Captain Marvel for her Endgame outfit. Oops, left everything over here. I did take her hair for Captain Marvel in Endgame. So that's why she has this new hairpiece, but I also am working on get this out of here. I'm working on redoing my Wonder Woman figure. This time I decided to sculpt the armor, because I didn't do that last time. It was mostly made out of tape and stuff, and it was falling apart, so I decided this time I'd sculpt the armor. And then for my Endgame figures, I have actually completed Captain America in his new suit. I've done a few updates to Thor, and I may update his Stormbreaker. I don't know yet. Rocket, I've changed some things up slightly. Repainted a few things. I don't know if I'm going to need to make an entirely new Rocket for Endgame or not, or add stuff to this one, but there's Rocket. And then Black Widow is halfway done. I just need a few more reference pics for her, if I can find any reference photos. And she should be complete really soon, if any more reference photos come out. If not, then I may not have her done in time for Endgame, I don't know yet. Nebula, I've started, finally, and I did start Iron Man and his new armor, which some people say it's the Mark 85. If he just got back from space, honestly, I think it's more so the Mark 51, if the last one was the Mark 50. And then, as you saw earlier, Captain Marvel, I did notice a few things from a poster. I don't know if they just did this because of the poster, so not to spoil anything, but her outfit is basically the same as this one, just with the star a little bit bigger, and it's not 3D like it was before, and then the shoulder pads are gold, so I don't know if her outfit really does have any more changes than that, but I'm still gonna make this figure anyway, since I really like this one, and I don't want to do any changes to it. And then get all these guys out of the way. I have two last side figures that I was working on to finish. They're not done yet. I still need to do the heads. It's a comic Captain Marvel and Spider-Woman. The heads are just stand-in because I didn't have any heads for them right now. I'm going to be making Captain Marvel a painted mask, and I'm going to have a head without the mask, and I'm going with the longer hair since I like that look better than the short hair. And then for Spider-Woman, I just need to paint the hair black, and I need to give her an actual mask. I just used the Flash Mighty Micro's head for Spider-Woman, and I just painted up some detail just so they would have heads and they wouldn't be headless. But those two are almost done, and you should see them very soon. But yeah, so that's really about it for this video. Really hope you guys liked it. If you did, be sure to leave a like down below. Don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. And bye.